Good. That's your stride. Yeah. So bend it right just a little bit, support him with the right leg. Think almost shoulder forward, leg yielding outward on the circle. Yep, there. Just that he stays a little bit steadier in your outside rein. Okay, forward in the canter. So then plan your down transition. I want you to really think about leg yielding before, during, and after that down transition so that he stays steadier in the transition. So we're just looking for him to stay on that outside rein and stay just as organized and as supple when he makes that down transition. So, yeah, and then leg yielding in the trot, or the feeling of leg yielding outward. Good. That he just really connects to that outside rein. Yes. Yes. Good. Slightly more forward. And then when you go back into the canter, the same idea. So leg yielding outward before, during, and after the transition. Yeah. Good. Better. Think of leg yielding outward. He was a little slow on the taking the cue that time. Yeah. Good. And then plan the down transition and the feeling of leg yielding him outward before, during, and after the transition. Lower the hand a little. Leg yielding him outward. Forward in trot. Activate his inner hind leg. Excellent. And then leg yielding outward to the up transition again. So activate his inner hind leg. Move him into your outside hand. Think leg yield before, during, and after the transition. That he stays very forward and very connected to your outside rein. Yep, much better. Good. 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 Forward in your canter. Yeah, and when you set up the down transition, again, the same idea. That's a lovely canter. That you're thinking of leg yielding him before, during, and after the down transition. Just enough that you stand him up into the outside hand a little more. Yes, good. Nice down transition. Let's change rein. I'm going to try a few the other way as well. So same rhythm as you change rein. The only thing that changes is the bend. His energy should stay the same. You adopt a new flexion and bend, put him on a new outside rein. The rhythm, the amount of energy he's bringing to the table shouldn't vary. Good. Find that leg yielding feel, engage his inner hind leg. Yes, good. And then forward and canter. So he stayed very, very steady in the bridle. I think he could have taken your cue a little more promptly. So yeah, let's try the transition again. So think of leg yielding him. The canter's lovely. Before, during, and after the down transition. Yep, activate his inside hind leg. Let me think about that leg yielding feel. Little tap if you need to activate his inner hind. Yes, and then leg yield him essentially into the canter transition. So he stays very nice and steady. Yeah, and forward and canter, so I wouldn't go too long before redoing that one. You know, when you redo your transitions, that's the way that you can indicate to him that that wasn't quite up to snuff. So, yeah, left bending, leg yield him before, during, and after your canter transition. So, little leg yield feel and forward, engaged to your canter. Good. Yes, that was a much better transition. Good. 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 Very nice. There's your canter. Super. Good. 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 Canter's very good. And then the down transition to trot when you're ready. So leg yielding in before, during, and after the down transition. Forward and trot. Engaged inner hind leg. And then when you're ready, I'd bring him down to the walk. But keep him organized in the walk. Play with being able to work the walk after having worked the trot. Rather than, letting him have his break right away. Come at, yeah, and forward and walk. You know, the walk in some ways, good. It is the hardest gait to work with, particularly with a horse that can be a little bit on the lazy side, okay? Yeah, and little tap. And then if you feel like you're just constantly nagging him in the walk to move a little bit more forward, you may even try a couple transitions into the trot and then back down to the walk again. Although this is better and he's softer, huh? So yeah, with the walk, I would work it after the trot, after the canter, rather than letting him come down to the walk and immediately taking a break. And then you pick him up and try to get him back together in the walk after his break, and it's a struggle. So he needs to go a little bit more forward in this trot. So have him commit to the trot for half a circle, and then back down to the walk and forward in the walk. So bending him a little bit more. Think of yielding him into your outside hand, and then when he comes to the walk, very forward in the walk. Yep. And forward in the walk. Yeah, that's okay. Says I'm going. Yes. Yeah, and then down transition, exactly. Yeah, and maintain the walk for them now. Yep. Yes, yes, yes. Good. That's your walk. Good. Good.